We the ones on the ground actually making it happen. Keeping the trains moving, one of the best parts about the job. Play with fire. No, get to keep the trains moving. That's really what we out here doing. That's what we get paid to do, the real work.
We're in the middle of the winter. It's roughly 6:30 a.m. in Chicago at Metra's A2 tower. The fire that people see on the tracks periodically throughout the winter, it is to keep the snow and the ice off of the points, so the switch points can be thrown normal and reverse to allow trains to traverse from one track to the next. Without the fire or without heat on the rails, it would make it very impossible for the switches to be thrown and to lock in accordance to their position. In this system here at A2, we use piping for gas lines to run next to the rails to ensure that the flame is thrown properly onto the rails to keep the rails warm and the snow and ice off. See the gas line? That's the gas line that comes in that feeds the gas piping for all the switches. Over time, because it gets corroded through the inside, through the mass amount of gas and moisture that's going through, so every year we have to prep and replace all the old piping, and this is some of the gas pipeline that we use to replace it. Pretty much the whole northwest area of the Chicagoland suburbs would be impacted if this area were to stop moving trains. Something goes wrong every day. So depending on the time of the day, like now, this is rush hour. If there's a glitch or something happening with the trains moving, you can impact at least 10 trains within 5 minutes. So you can imagine that you're looking at 200 to 300 people on a train, so that's thousands of people within 5 minutes. The lighting of the flame to keep the points clear of snow and ice depends on the snow. So if there is no snow, if there's no ice, then they don't need to be lit. Recently we had a snowstorm, so we would keep them lit during the snowstorm and a few days after to make sure that the snow that's being tracked in by the train stay clear. A lot of people don't really understand the hard work that the signal employees put in to keep the trains moving in the background. They just see the trains moving, they see the gates going up and down and the signals along the rails, but there are a lot of people in the background, which are signal department, who keeps these things going. My first time lighting the tracks, keeping the snow and ice clear, it was kind of crazy to me, just like it is to everyone else to see, the flame rolling up on the rail just in the middle of nowhere. And it's still fun to this day.